What is special about tax deeds? In this video, you're gonna find out. You're gonna wanna watch this video. It is super special. More millionaires have been created in real estate than any venue out here, and this is a little known aspect of the real estate world that very few people know. In this video, I'm going to show you not only how tax deeds work, but how you and your family can find financial independence by taking advantage of the information here. Stick around, okay? At the very end, I'm going to show you how you can take this information, buy tax deeds, okay, and go step by step through the whole process so you can get your first deal immediately. So stick around, I'll show you how to do it. First of all, let's talk about what is so special about tax deeds. Okay, so tax deeds have a very unique place in the annuals or the hallways of financial independence. Why is it? Because you're literally buying a property for pennies on the dollar. One of the things that makes America so great is our property ownership system here. Real estate doesn't work like this anywhere in the world. There is so much clarity on who owns the property that it's made it a profitable situation for a lot of people. A lot of people just take advantage of it. They say, how can we come to America and buy real estate? So it's time that you start doing the same thing. But this is a great way to jumpstart. So let's just talk about what a tax deed is, okay? So first of all, we heard about this, back in the 1990s, was an article that called tax deed investing one of the best kept secrets on investing in the United States today. See, this is where banks have been putting their money. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citicorp, some of your bigger insurance conglomerates have been taking advantages for over 100 years, okay? I used to work at New York Life, and when I was there, I found out they'd been doing this for 130 years. This isn't some new flash in the pan, flip this house BS. This is real stuff that's been around for over 200 years. And so it's kind of like this. When you put your money in the bank, you're secured, right? You're secured when you put your money in the bank because it's insured by the FDIC. When you buy a tax deed, you know, if you do your research right, which I'm going to show you in this video, that I'm getting a property that's worth this much for this much. And all of those things are happening. Here's a beautiful thing. Stick around. Okay, stick around. Because if you don't have the money to buy the tax deed, the back taxes on the property, there are some counties out there, get this, that'll finance it for you. Now, you have to qualify. Okay, anything good, got a little catch, right? You have to be at least 18 years or older and able to sign your name. You don't even have to be a U.S. citizen and you're in. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Sean, this sounds a little too good to be true. And I've always heard that, right? If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably just a government program. And that's what this is. So let's just talk about this. What is a tax deed certificate? This is where the county is desperate. They're going, look, dude, we need our money, okay? Everybody is paying their property taxes but you, okay? So the way that we've got it set up is if you don't pay your property taxes, we need the money. What do you need the money for? Well, we need the money for schools. Number one, probably 55 to 65% of all property taxes throughout the United States go to provide a good school system for our kids. Then you've got yourself law enforcement, emergency services like ambulance, community hospital, colleges, parks and recs, summer camps. I can go on and on and on. The county needs this money. So the mechanism that they have says that if a property owner fails to pay the property taxes for whatever reason, doesn't really matter, we're going to give them a grace period. Okay, so in a deed state, they say, we'll give them 4 years to come up clean on this. During that 4 years, they can come in there and pay the taxes off plus an interest rate. The county gets their monies and goes from there. But they say after 4 years, enough's enough. We need our money. The rest of the community has been putting their money in there. It's now time for you to pay the piper. So we as a state, the counties say, the state's law says, the counties can go ahead and say, we're going to have to sell your property for the back taxes. Now, we are the county. We control the deed to the property. All other liens and encumbrances will now be junior to us. What? Yep. Doesn't matter if a mortgage was filed on that property. Doesn't matter anything. We've been there longer. There's always been taxes owed on this property. This is kind of like a phantom lien. You don't see a tax lien certificate, boop, until you don't pay it. Then it pops up and takes a superior position to all liens and encumbrances, including a mortgage. So when the county says we're going to bring this up for sale, they're alerting everybody. Okay, Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, whoever it might be out there. They're saying, hey, we're going to sell this property. You better be prepared. If the banks don't come in to protect their position, now, what do you mean protect their position? Saying, I have a lien on this property? No, I don't care. They already know that. Their only remedy to protect that property from going to sale would be what? That's right. They got to go down to the county and pay it plus the interest. Now they've bought the tax deed on the property and they can start the foreclosure on that process immediately. That's the only way to protect the property from being sold. But a lot of them don't do that. They just, whatever, why wouldn't the bank protect? I don't know. It doesn't matter. When the tax deed comes to the sale, and you've done your research, we'll get there in just a bit, okay? And you put your hand up and say, I want to buy that property, and they say sold, you do own that property. All the liens and encumbrances that were on that property. That could be a mortgage, that could be a mechanic's lien, that could be whatever that person's lent money and used that property as collateral will no longer have the house as collateral. I will own it free and clear, including the IRS. There is no gray area here, okay? There is no gray area. I'll own it free and clear. Oh my gosh, Sean, I've got to do it. Right. Where do I do it? Well, that's a good question. So you've got 5,013 taxing jurisdictions in the United States that have some form of a legal mechanism that goes into place when a property owner fails to pay off the property taxes. Are you invested in 5,000 jurisdictions? I hope not. Okay, so here's the great news. You don't actually have to be there in person. So the first thing you need to do is identify what counties offer a tax deed sale. Number one. Number two, you have to also identify when. What time of year do they have these sales? So you understand there are plenty to go around. There are over 500 sales for tax deeds each and every single, wait for it, month. Okay, you're going to run out of money before you run out of deals. That's just a fact, okay? But so now you know who has them, when they have them, and then you're going to find out when the list of the deeds comes up. So typically, a county is going to be required by law. There's that pesky little thing that's called the law. It says that they have to post a list in a public format 30 years prior, 30 years, ooh, that was weird, 30 days prior to a sale. They don't have a crystal ball. 30 days. That gives you plenty of time to start evaluating the type of property that you want to look at. Now, let me give you some key things. I've never been to Waka Waka County. I don't know what kind of properties they are. No big deal. What you want to do is you want to evaluate what's the median price of properties in that area. What's the average price of a house in that particular county? And let's say $300,000. If I'm looking at a deed and it says the value on that property after rehab value, assume you're always going to have to do work, is $300,000 and the opening bid is 20 grand, I'm going to be okay. So what I'm saying is if I've got a $300,000 value property, I've got to determine how much money I'm willing to spend for that property based on its current condition in order to get that. So let's just say, I don't know, we'll make it $100,000. I say, I'm willing to pay $100,000 for that property. I'll dump $30,000 into it. I'm still in it at 50 cents on the dollar. Good. And that will be your maximum bid. Now, are there other variables? Yeah, I want to know. Are there any other liens and encumbrances on the property? Have they been notified correctly? You want to find that out. What types of money does the county want? What do you mean? They take different types of money? Well, no, not necessarily. Some only want cash. Some only want, cash or cashiers, same thing. Some want you to wire. Some know how the county is structured so that when you put your hand up and they say sold, you can go ahead and process it correctly. Let me give you this, for instance, there are some counties out there that will stop the sale once you purchase it. You have to go over and pay the person. Like, we're not going to move to the next property until you're done paying. Oh, you're not going to buy any more properties? Then we'll continue. But I've even seen this where somebody didn't have, I said, this is crazy. So all of that's posted everywhere. When you put your hand up, they say sold, you got to pay for the property right then and there. And the guy started to walk away, and the constable goes, well, where are you going? He says, I'm going to get the money. And the guy just shook. He says, I said, you have to have the money. He goes, I got to go to the bank. He says, no, you have to have the money here. We're going to re-auction that property, okay? And whatever somebody pays for that property, if it's lower than you just bid on the property, you're going to have to come up with the difference plus a 25% penalty, okay? This is serious stuff. So you have to know what's going on. Now listen, okay, it's simple as long as you have somebody guiding you through the whole process. And here's the great news. Are you ready? I've got a free course, a brand new free course that I just put together that goes into extensive details on how to find the counties that are the most profitable right now, and you and your family can start doing deals immediately. All you have to do is click the link down below. It's higginsmethod.com. Just go to higginsmethod.com, register there, and my gift to you is literally the course. Here it is. Go out there and make it happen. Make something happen for you and your family. Change the course of financial history for you and your family right now. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck. We'll see you there.